I sat in a packed Harper and Company meeting, my heart racing. My boss, Mr. Ellis, was set to announce my promotion to senior marketing manager. I'd worked years for this. Instead, Nora, my sister, stood up, accusing me of botching a major campaign. "I fixed it," she said, voice smooth. Mr. Ellis nodded, promoting her instead. My stomach dropped. Colleagues whispered, believing her lie. Nora smiled, her eyes cold. I felt humiliated, my dream stolen. As the room cleared, memories of our childhood flooded back. Nora always taking credit, always winning. I clenched my fists, vowing to uncover her sabotage. Back at my desk, I stared at my campaign files, perfect and error-free. How had she done this? I needed proof. Nora's smirk burned in my mind, daring me to fight. I wouldn't let her win again. This wasn't just about a promotion, it was about truth, my work, my worth. I opened my laptop, ready to dig. The office buzzed around me, but I was focused. I'd find out how she lied, and I'd make her pay. Memories of 2005 hit hard. Nora stealing my school project credit, charming our mom, Jessica, to favor her. She always got the spotlight. I checked my campaign files. No errors, just like I thought. My heart pounded as I scrolled through emails. There it was, an email from Nora to Mr. Ellis, dated May 30th, claiming my work was incomplete. A lie. My hands shook with rage. She'd planned this. I marched to the office break room, where Nora sipped coffee, smug. "You lied to steal my promotion," I said. She laughed, tossing her hair. "Prove it, Ava." Her dare stung, but I saw her confidence waver. She thought I'd back down like always. Not this time. I stormed out, her laughter echoing. Jessica called later, praising Nora's success. I didn't tell her yet. She'd never believe me. I needed more evidence, something undeniable. Nora thought she'd won, but I was just starting. I'd dig into her lies, expose her, and take back what was mine. The office felt like a battlefield, and I was ready to fight. I confided in Jane, my coworker, who'd seen Nora editing my campaign files late at night. "She was sneaky," Jane whispered. I checked the computer logs. Unauthorized access from Nora's account, timestamps from June 1st. My pulse raced. This was proof. Jane dropped another bomb. Nora bragged weeks ago about securing the promotion. She'd planned this for months. I saved the logs, my hands steady despite my anger. I'd build a case she couldn't dodge. Jessica called, gushing about Nora's hard-earned success. I bit my tongue. Her bias blinded her. I wouldn't waste time arguing. Instead, I focused on evidence. Nora's smug face flashed in my mind, her lies piling up. Jane promised to help, but we had to be careful. Nora was charming, dangerous. I sat at my desk, logs open, planning my next move. Jessica's call lingered, her favoritism a fresh wound. But I wasn't a kid anymore. I'd uncover every lie Nora told, and I'd make Mr. Ellis see the truth. This wasn't just about a promotion, it was about proving I wasn't invisible. I'd fight and I'd win. I drove to Jessica's house, hoping for support. "Nora stole my promotion," I said, voice tight. Jessica waved me off. "Nora's a leader, Ava. Accept it." Her words stung, echoing years of favoritism. Nora's trophies always displayed, mine ignored. I felt betrayed, alone. Jessica hinted Nora was prepping a big company presentation to lock in her role. My stomach twisted, she was moving fast. I left, her dismissal burning. Nora's lies were in those campaign files, and I'd find them. Jessica's blind support hurt, but it fueled me. I wasn't the little sister who'd take it anymore. I opened my laptop, ready to hunt. Nora thought she could charm her way through this, but I'd outsmart her. The presentation loomed, a chance for her to shine with my stolen work. I wouldn't let her. I'd gather every scrap of evidence, expose her lies, and take back my place. This was my fight, and I was ready to win it. I stayed late retrieving deleted files. Nora's edits appeared. Changes that made my campaign look sloppy. Screenshots and timestamps piled up, proof of her sabotage. I found a memo she sent to a client, claiming my ideas as hers. My blood boiled. Nora caught me at my desk, eyes narrow. "Back off or it'll get worse," she hissed. Her threat shook me, but I hid it. She thought she could scare me. No way. I backed up my evidence, heart racing. Jane texted, warning me Nora was charming the team, calling me jealous. Colleagues avoided me, buying her lies. I didn't care, I had proof. I wouldn't lash out yet. Nora's memo was a goldmine, showing her theft clearly. I added it to my folder, my resolve hardening. She'd underestimated me, but I was building a case she couldn't charm away. The office felt like a trap, but I'd turn it into my battlefield. I'd expose her and I'd win. Nora's rumors spread like wildfire. Colleagues called me jealous, avoiding my desk. Her charm worked, but I had Jane. I showed her my screenshots, and she dug up an old email where Nora admitted tweaking my work to shine. My jaw dropped, more proof. I saved it, my case growing stronger. Nora announced a major client meeting she'd lead, using my ideas again. My stomach churned, but I stayed focused. Jane warned me to be careful. Nora's influence was strong. I nodded, planning to confront Mr. Ellis soon. Colleagues' cold stares hurt, but Jane's support kept me grounded. "You've got this," she said. I believed her. Nora's meeting was tomorrow, a chance to cement her stolen role. I wouldn't let her. I organized my evidence, screenshots, emails, logs, ready for HR. Nora thought she was untouchable, but I was closing in. Her rumors didn't scare me, they fueled me. Jessica's call echoed, praising Nora. She was wrong. I'd show everyone the truth, starting with that meeting. Nora's lies were crumbling, and I'd make sure they fell. I sat in Nora's client meeting, heart pounding. She presented my campaign ideas, claiming them as hers. The client loved it, clapping for her vision. My fists clenched. She was stealing my work in front of everyone. Then I spotted it. A tiny error in her slides, one I'd left in my original draft. Proof she'd copied me. My pulse raced. This was gold. I hesitated to report her. Would Mr. Ellis believe me? Jane pushed me. "Go to HR, Ava. You have enough." I nodded, booking a meeting with Tom in HR. The error in Nora's slides burned in my mind, a crack in her perfect lie. Colleagues praised her, blind to the truth. I left the meeting, determination surging. Nora thought she'd won, but that error was her mistake. I'd use it, along with my screenshots and emails. Jane's words echoed, "Don't hesitate." I walked to HR, evidence in hand, ready to fight. Nora's client win made her a star, but I'd dim that light. The office buzzed with her name, but I'd change that. I was ready to take her down. I met Tom in HR, laying out my evidence, screenshots, logs, Nora's memo. He listened, face serious but warned. Accusing Nora without ironclad proof could backfire. My heart sank. She was that convincing. Tom added, "She's lobbying for a regional role. A bigger promotion." My anger flared. She'd stolen enough. I left, determined to strengthen my case. Nora announced a company-wide speech to seal her reputation, set for August. My stomach twisted. She was moving fast. I needed more. Jane texted, saying Nora was charming the bosses daily. I saved every email, every log, building a fortress of proof. Tom's warning echoed, ironclad proof. I had it, but would it be enough? Jane called me that night. You're close, Ava. I nodded, but fear crept in. Nora's speech would be her victory lap, using my work again. I wouldn't let her. Jessica called, praising Nora's talent. I hung up, her bias a fresh cut. The speech loomed, but so did my chance. I'd expose Nora, no matter the risk. The office wasn't hers. It was mine to reclaim. August came, and Nora prepped for her company event speech, boasting about her vision. I worked late, collecting more evidence. Client emails where she stole my ideas, logs showing her access. Lily, a shy coworker, approached me. I saw Nora on your files, she whispered, but I was scared to tell. My heart raced. She was a witness. I convinced her to help, promising safety. Nora invited me to the event, her smile fake. Come support me, Ava. Trap, no doubt. I agreed, hiding my plan. Jane warned me to stay sharp. Nora was slippery. I nodded, organizing my evidence. Lily's testimony was huge, but risky. She feared Nora's wrath. I reassured her, feeling stronger with allies. Jane proofread my notes, saying, "You're ready." It was. Nora's speech would be her stage, but I'd turn it against her. Jessica's blind support flashed in my mind, fueling me. Nora thought she'd humiliate me again, but I'd flip the script. The event was days away, and I'd walk in armed with truth. This wasn't just a promotion, it was my dignity, and I'd fight for it. At the company event, Nora stood on stage, praising me as her helpful assistant. The crowd clapped, blind to her lie. My face burned, humiliation all over again. My stomach twisted. She was ruthless. I left the event, heart pounding, and started a formal HR report. Screenshots, logs, Lily's testimony. I had it all. Jessica called, begging me to support Nora. She's family, she said. I hung up, her words hollow. Nora's lie about my stability was a low blow, but it fueled me. Jane helped me polish the report, her calm voice steadying me. You've got this, she said. I believed her. Nora's speech had won cheers, but I'd win the truth. Let her try. My report was ready, and Tom would see it soon. The office felt like a cage, but I was breaking free. Nora's trap had backfired. She'd pushed me too far. I'd expose her, and I'd take what was mine. I drafted my HR report, detailing Nora's lies. Screenshots, emails, Lily's testimony. Owen proofread, boosting me. This is airtight, he said. Jane found a bombshell. A falsified performance review where Nora docked my scores to justify her promotion. My jaw dropped. How deep did her lies go? I added it to the report, my anger fueling every word. Nora emailed the team announcing a new project. My campaign pitch stolen again. My hands shook, but I stayed focused. Jane warned me Nora was charming the bosses, painting me as bitter. I didn't care, I had proof. Jane's support kept me grounded. Lily's courage inspired me. The report was nearly done, my weapon against Nora's lies. Jessica's call echoed, begging me to back off. No way. Nora thought she could keep stealing, but I was ready. Tom would get the report tomorrow, and I'd make sure Mr. Ellis saw the truth. The office buzzed with Nora's name, but I'd change that. This wasn't just about a promotion, it was about justice. I'd fight, and I'd win, no matter what Nora threw next. Nora's new project was my campaign pitch, word for word. I added it to my report, rage mixing with determination. Lily revealed Nora was cozying up to a board member, aiming for a bigger role. My stomach twisted, she never stopped. I submitted my report to Tom, heart pounding. Nora caught me in the hall, smirking. "I'll expose your mistakes, Ava." Her threat chilled me, but I stayed calm. She thought she could scare me. I had evidence. Tom confirmed HR was reviewing my report, but Nora's influence worried me. She was charming, slippery. Jane said colleagues were questioning Nora's story, thanks to Lily. I felt hope, but Nora's threat lingered. What mistakes was she fabricating? I saved every email, every file just in case. The office felt tense, colleagues watching me. Nora's project launch was tomorrow. Another chance to steal my shine. I wouldn't let her. My report was strong and HR was listening. This was my moment to flip the script, and I'd make sure Nora's lies crumbled for good. Nora cornered me, hinting she'd fabricated evidence of my incompetence. Her eyes gleamed, but I stayed calm, trusting my report. "You can't win," she said. I smiled, saying nothing. Tom called, saying HR's investigation needed time. My heart sank. Nora's charm was slowing things. Jessica visited, tears streaming. "You're ruining Nora's career," she said, pushing family loyalty. I showed her the falsified review. "This is Nora's mistake," I said. Jessica called it a misunderstanding, defending her. I walked away, her words heavy but useless. Nora's threat echoed, but I wasn't scared. She was slipping and I was rising. Jane said colleagues were whispering, doubting Nora. But Jessica's visit stung, but I focused on the fight. Nora's lies were unfolding, and I'd make sure they fell apart. The office felt like a storm, but I was the lightning. I'd expose her, and I'd take back what was mine. Jessica's tears didn't move me. She'd always chosen Nora. I showed her the falsified review, but she called it a mistake. I left, done with her bias. September hit, and Nora's latest client win earned her praise. My fight felt hopeless, but I pushed on. I shared the voicemail with Tom, who nodded, impressed. Lily overheard Nora planning to transfer me to a dead-end role. My blood boiled, she was relentless. I added it to my notes, ready for anything. Jessica called again, begging me to stop for family. Hung up. Nora's star was rising, but my evidence was stronger. Jane said HR was digging deeper, thanks to the voicemail. I felt hope, but Nora's plan to demote me lingered. I wouldn't let her win. Jane's support, Lily's courage. They kept me going. The office buzzed with Nora's name, but I'd change that. I planned a private showdown, risking it all to make her confess. Nora's client win made her untouchable, but my voicemail evidence shook HR. Lily's tip about Nora's plan to demote me fueled my fire. I decided to confront her privately, no matter the risk. I asked her to meet at a coffee shop, my heart pounding. "Confess, Nora," I said, showing the voicemail. She laughed, calling me delusional. Then she slipped, admitting she tweaked my work to win. I hid my smile, my phone was recording. "You can't prove anything," she sneered, unaware. I sent the recording to Tom, my case now ironclad. Back at the office, Nora spread a rumor I was quitting. Colleagues whispered, avoiding me. I denied it, Jane and Lily backing me. The rumor stung, but I stayed focused. Tom called. HR's investigation was wrapping up. Nora in trouble. My pulse raced. I was close. Nora's confidence was cracking, her lies exposed. What was her next move? The office felt like a chessboard, and I was steps from checkmate. I'd end this, and I'd take her place. Nora's quitting rumor spread fast. Colleagues avoided me, whispering. I denied it, rallying Jane and Lily to spread the truth. Tom called, saying HR's investigation was nearly done, with Nora facing serious consequences. My heart leaped. This was it. Nora announced a team meeting, planning to say I was leaving. I prepared my evidence, ready to fight. Jane warned me to stay calm. Nora was desperate. I nodded, saving the coffee shop recording. The office buzzed with Nora's rumor, but I saw cracks. Colleagues questioning her. Lily said some were rooting for me. But Jessica called, begging me to stop, but I ignored her. Nora's meeting was tomorrow, her chance to bury me. I wouldn't let her. My reports, screenshots, emails, the voicemail, the recording was ready. Tom hinted HR was leaning my way. I felt strong, unstoppable. Nora thought she could outsmart me, but I'd turned her trap against her. The meeting loomed, my moment to strike. I wasn't quitting, I was taking back what was mine, and I'd do it in front of everyone. October came and Nora's team meeting started. She stood, smirking, announcing my departure. Ava's moving on, she said, voice sweet. I stood, heart pounding. I'm not quitting, I said, loud and clear. Colleagues gasped. Nora stole my work. I looked at Mr. Ellis, present by chance. I have proof. Nora's face paled. Mr. Ellis frowned, saying, Show me. I handed over my report. Screenshots, emails, the voicemail. Nora stammered, accusing me of forging it. Her charm cracked, panic showing. Colleagues whispered, shocked. Jane nodded at me, proud. I stood tall, my voice steady. She lied to steal my promotion. Mr. Ellis took the report, his face grim. Nora tried to interrupt, but he silenced her. I felt powerful, finally seen. The meeting ended in chaos, Nora fleeing. Tom met me after, saying HR was moving fast. Nora's accusation lingered. Was she planning something? I'd exposed her, but the fight wasn't over. The office was watching, and I was ready for whatever came next. I presented my full report to Mr. Ellis. Screenshots, emails, the voicemail, the coffee shop recording. Nora stammered, her charm gone. Colleagues stared, stunned. Tom revealed Nora had falsified other employees' reviews too. Not just mine. The scandal grew, her lies unraveling. HR suspended Nora pending a board review. She glared at me, vowing to fight back. I didn't flinch. Jane and Lily praised me, saying, She's done. I felt relief, but Nora's vow worried me. What could she do now? The office buzzed with whispers. Some colleagues apologized, others avoided me. I didn't care, the truth was out. Nora's suspension was a win, but the board review loomed. I prepared more evidence, ready for her fight. The corner office was in sight, my work finally recognized. Nora's lies had crumbled, but her desperation was dangerous. I'd stay sharp, protect my victory. The office wasn't hers anymore. It was mine to claim. November hit, and Nora fought dirty, telling the board I framed her. I gathered more testimonies. Jane, Lily, even a hesitant coworker. Their words backed my evidence. Jessica called, pleading for family harmony, saying Nora was sorry. I saw through her. Nora was desperate, not sorry. I sent Tom the new testimonies, my case airtight. The board review was set for December, and I was ready. Nora hinted at a surprise witness, chilling me. Jane dug into it, finding nothing solid. I focused on work, leading a small campaign that earned praise. Colleagues started trusting me again, Nora's charm fading. Jessica's call lingered, her bias a fresh wound. But I wasn't backing down. Nora's lies were exposed, her witness a bluff. I saved every email, every testimony just in case. The office felt different. People looked at me with respect. Nora's fight was weak, but I stayed vigilant. The board would see the truth, and I'd take the role I'd earned. This was my moment, and I'd make it count. I prepped for the December board hearing, nervous about Nora's surprise witness. Jane uncovered it was a disgruntled ex-employee, coached by Nora. I relaxed, she was grasping. The witness backed out, admitting Nora bribed them. My case grew stronger. Nora sent a letter, claiming she lied to protect our family from financial ruin. I laughed. Another manipulation. I shared it with Tom, who shook his head. She's desperate, he said. Nora was demoted but fighting to keep her job. I didn't care. My focus was the hearing. Jane said colleagues were rooting for me now. Nora's lies exposed. Nora's letter bugged me. What was her angle? I saved it, adding it to my evidence. The office buzzed with my name, not hers. Lily said Nora was planning a final speech to sway the board. Let her try. My screenshots, recordings, and testimonies were bulletproof. The hearing was days away, my chance to end this. Nora's tricks were failing, and I'd make sure she fell. The corner office was mine, and I'd claim it. December 15th, the board hearing arrived. Nora gave a tearful speech, admitting mistakes, but begging to keep her role. I stood, presenting my evidence. Screenshots, emails, the voicemail, the recording, Lily's testimony. Her lies crumbled, the board stone-faced. Nora's charm failed. My truth was stronger. I detailed her sabotage, voice steady. Jane and Lily watched, proud. The board deliberated, then fired Nora for unethical conduct. They offered me the senior marketing manager role. My heart soared, I'd won. Nora approached me in the hallway, begging forgiveness. I was desperate, she said, tears fake. I walked away, her words empty. The corner office was mine, my work finally seen. Colleagues clapped as I left the hearing, Lily grinning. Jessica's silence spoke volumes. She knew Nora was wrong. Felt free, powerful. But Nora's plea lingered. Was she planning something? I pushed it aside, focusing on my victory. The board's decision was final, my future bright. I'd fought clean and won. The office was mine to lead, and I'd do it right. But a note from Nora, found later, hinted at one last scheme. I moved into Nora's corner office, painting it bright blue, my style. Colleagues congratulated me, Lily now my assistant. The role felt right, my campaigns, my vision. Jessica visited, accusing me of destroying Nora, who was jobless and struggling. Your family, she said. I shook my head. She lied, Jessica. I showed the forged review, but Jessica left, unmoved. Later I found a note in the office, Nora's handwriting. You'll regret this. My stomach twisted. Another bluff? I gave it to Tom, who dismissed it. She's gone, Ava. I nodded but stayed alert. My first campaign as senior marketing manager launched, earning praise. The office respected me now. Nora's lies forgotten. Jessica's visit stung, but I was done with guilt. Nora's note was a final jab, but I was untouchable. I led meetings, my ideas shining. The office was mine, my future bright. But Nora's hint of a scheme lingered. I'd watch my back, but I'd won. This was my victory, and no one could take it. I thrived in my role, leading a campaign that wowed clients. Nora's note was a bluff. She'd moved away, defeated. My story spread, inspiring co-workers to fight workplace bullies. Lily said, "You changed things, Ava." Smiled proud. Jessica sent a letter, admitting Nora's lies but asking for forgiveness. I didn't reply, choosing my new life. The office buzzed with my success, colleagues trusting me. Jane became my right hand. I looked out from my corner office, the city sparkling below. Nora's schemes, Jessica's bias, they were gone. I'd fought clean, won fair. A new campaign was brewing, my ideas leading the way. Nora was a shadow, her lies buried. I felt free, unstoppable. Colleagues shared my story, calling me brave. Owen and I planned a trip, celebrating my victory. The note, Jessica's letter, they didn't matter. I'd built this life, this office, this truth. No one could dim my light now. I'd won, and I'd keep winning the right way.